Today I'm going to be doing a couple of videos that are really long overdue. I had one that I did want to put up but I ended up deleting it because I didn't like it. So I want to redo it, but for now I thought about doing a quicker and more simple video to start with, and then another video that's a little easier as well. So you're going to see me looking like this, I guess twice, or a lot. I might even just keep this as my video look, I don't know, maybe, we'll see. I wanted to do my version of how to get that very natural glowy skin through, of course, makeup, like that kind of no makeup look. I'm one of those people where I kind of got sucked into the Instagram kind of trend where I started buying all these foundations and heavier foundations that just don't work well for me and my skin doesn't like. And now you're wondering what to do with all this foundation that a little too heavy for your skin, a little too thick, you know, really full coverage, and you realize you're not really a full coverage kind of person. I want to do kind of my take on it because I have really dry skin, and I noticed a lot of people using a lot of heavier makeup to do this look, and a lot of product. Anyways, but today it's focusing on just the skin, and I'm going to kind of show tips and tricks, I guess, that I do, and ways to kind of like utilize your like heavy foundations and make them more, it's like that everyday natural skin kind of look, you know, without having to go out and buy another foundation. I am going to show kind of two ways. So on this side it's going to show with like a lighter, like much lighter products, and this side is going to show like with the, you know, if you're like I said, if you're like me and you have those foundations that don't really work for you and you have them, you don't want to get rid of them, kind of ways to tweak it to get the same effect. With this side, you can see I use this primer from Kevyn Aucoin. Very light, kind of moisturizing primer. It has like a very silicone-y kind of feel, but not too silicone. And I don't use a full pump. I use like half to a quarter pump. And on this side, like say you're doing this for summer and you know the heat, like that natural everyday very luminous look is awesome, but it can be really challenging to do during the summer when it's like scorching outside and everything's melting off. So when that happens, I use this primer from Hourglass, the Mineral Veil primer, using a very little bit of it. Even though I have dry skin and that primer is more for someone with oilier skin, I love to use it very sparingly in areas that I know will crease faster or will melt off during summertime, and that way I don't have to worry. But lately, because I've been doing that really natural looking makeup, I've been using the Face and Body foundation from MAC because it's very light, it has good enough coverage, it's not like a tinted moisturizer, and it gives a very good natural like luminous look. I'm actually gonna go in and color correct. This isn't something that everyone needs to do, it's just something that I find I need to do. I have a lot of discoloration under the eyes and acne scarring around the mouth, so I prefer to do this. It's not something, if you don't have this issue, skip this step, even better. Less product to use. And I color correct because it evens out my skin tone. It makes everything under the foundation look a lot better. Like I said, if it's not something you feel like you need to do, don't do it. I'm going to use the Face and Body by MAC on this side of my face, the side where I use the Kevyn Aucoin primer. Use the bottle, it's really runny, so I barely squeeze the bottle, and I get just enough product. Usually what I poured out would be what I would use on my entire face, but for this video we're just going to go with that. There's still more left that I'm gonna squeeze out. See? We're just gonna go with this. And I'm taking this paddle buffing brush and buffing it into the skin, pressing and swiping certain areas. So the areas that I need more coverage, areas where I need more coverage, I dab it this, and then here I also like, you can see how nice and luminous the skin looks and very hydrated. And I'm going to clean off my brush. So then what I'm going to do for this side now, where it's a little bit more full coverage foundations, is I'm going to use this one from Becca. It's the Ultimate Coverage Complex Cream, I think, yes. And this is a foundation that's really thick. Like, it's super cakey, super thick. Like, you see, it's not even going anywhere. It's complete opposite of the MAC Face and Body. It's like concealer almost. So I am going to make very small dots, and I barely pumped it. I use a slice pressure, and whatever came out is what I'm using. And I'm starting off with this, some Fix Plus to my brush. You can add Fix Plus or any hydration spray and really shear it out. With this one, I don't press to keep coverage. I do swipe to make sure everything gets blended out and to really shear out the product. At this point, if you feel like you want to add coverage anywhere else with foundation, go ahead. I prefer to skip it when it comes to getting that very natural luminous look. I skip adding extra foundation because I know I'm going to add concealer, so I might as well just go straight to concealer and put that anywhere that I need the extra coverage instead of adding more foundation. I'm going to be using this quad. It's the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct Quad. So see, it has even a color corrector in this, but I'm trying to use up that one from Makeup Forever, the one I used earlier, and that's why I didn't use this one. And I'm going to go in with something that's more towards my skin tone. And I'm putting this all over the face because whether I'm using a very light sheer foundation like the Face and Body or something much heavier like the Becca Complexion Cream, I use the same concealer. So either this one or something else I have that I feel is more appropriate for that day. So this is a base so far. You can see the skin looks very luminous, especially on this side where I put the MAC. And this side still looks pretty luminous because we had the Fix Plus when we were blending it out. But you can see it does look more matte because of the primer and the type of foundation that we used. As the day goes on though, like if you're in the hot heat, it's really going to come together really nicely. So I know it starts off kind of looking a little bit more matte and then really like settles in. Both like where it will settle in and really become more luminous and more skin-like as opposed to this side which starts off that way. So I am going to set under my eyes because I need to set it right away because I crease a lot under the eyes. For me, the powder doesn't really matter. I use whatever powder I'm in the mood for. Usually it is a loose powder. It's just the type of like I change between different ones. Like I'll use this one right here. I'm using right now it's a Patrick Star powder from this collection with MAC. Like I'll use that, and other days I'll use like this Cover FX one, you know. So I change it up depending. But for today, I'm going to go in and set, and I add a lot of powder under my eyes because they do crease really easily. And I'm not baking, I'm not doing that. So as soon as I put the powder, I'm dusting I'm using a very small fluffy brush, and I'm dusting the powder away. Pretty much the main takeaway when it comes to this look is just to use a lot less product. You can see we didn't use much of either foundation, and we really blended it out. And when it came to powder, we only put in areas that really need it. If you're someone who has maybe oilier skin, or you sweat more, like me in the summertime, or actually me all year, where you sweat more and you need to powder certain areas more, add more, then just add a little bit more to those areas instead of powdering so much over the whole face. So I just finished adding some definition to my face. The skin still, it's starting to bring back some of its luminosity, but it's not there yet, and that is where highlighter comes in. I like to add a cream highlighter. It gives me more of a natural look. It just soaks into the skin a lot better, I find, than some powders. I still use powder, and actually when I really want to look very hydrated, like I drink a lot of water. When I don't, I drink more wine. I like to use both a cream than a powder, and today is no different. First, I'm going in with this cream product from MAC. It is the cream color base. I'm using the color in Proper Copper, and I like using this because it has like a peachy tone, so it gives a little like blushing look as well. You can see when you go slow and you just add a little bit at a time, it won't pick up the powder, especially since we didn't over powder our faces either. So we don't have to worry about disturbing anything that we put on underneath the cream product, even though we're putting it over powder. And sometimes I do put the cream product on before blush. I put it on after blush. It doesn't really matter because the overall effect is to get that really beautiful blushing flush natural look, and I don't see a difference when I put it on over or before like blush. So I added more blush than I usually do. I just wanted to make sure it shows up on camera. And you see it didn't take away the shine, the glow. But if you really want to amp it up and make your skin look really hydrated, like I said, like you drink more water than wine, which is not me, otherwise you should. I go in with a powder highlighter, and you just sometimes use my finger. Today I'm just going to use the brush and just barely, see, go into it. Whatever I went in with on the brush, I am using it for both sides of my face. It really makes sure everything settles in and looks amazing. I use a finishing spray, not a setting spray yet, but a finishing spray like Fix Plus or I think it's Cover FX, the hydrating mist, which is really good, or even this one from Pixi, which is their glow mist. You know, just something to let everything kind of settle in, take away any excess powder. Okay, so this is the final look. Very natural, very glowy, everyday, natural looking makeup, where you just look like you're just radiant from within, and it's not radiance from within, it's highlighter. But yeah, so this is the look. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please let me know. I would love to hear from whoever watches this. And thank you again for watching.